Hello, everyone. Welcome back to E20 Zone TV. Player ratings for Southampton 3, West Ham 1. And I'm as deflated as Mitchell, but Mitch, talk to me, mate.
Really unhappy. Really unhappy. As I said to you before just now, I thought we started the game off very well. It just completely capitulated after the goal. And you know what? Just as the game went on, just made me sick. Just so many individual things tonight. So many problems, bad decisions, poor touches,
Yeah.
poor passing, sloppy, wrong decisions from individual players. I actually looked at the setup, and I don't like playing front of the back because I think it really limits us going forward. But I actually thought the system wasn't too bad. I just think today the problem was individual players. And
Before we get going, though, Mitch, do you think, though, it's his square pegs and round holes? Because to me,
in what sense?
well, you got Pablo Fornals as our left wing back.
Yeah, it don't make any sense. Like people say, oh yeah, obviously we won Sunday, but like it's a completely different team. Wolves had a shocking right side against us Sunday, and that's how Fornals benefited from that.
Right, I'll throw a couple of examples for you. I'll throw a couple of examples for you before we get going. Right, you got Pablo Fornals as a left wing back. He's not a left wing back. He's an attacking midfielder. Right, that's the first thing.
Yeah.
Manuel Lanzini going in as a central midfielder with Rice. Like, you can get away with it against Burnley, but other teams you might not be. You ain't gonna get away with that. What's the other thing? You got Diop playing as three centre halves at the back there, like solid centre halves, which doesn't work. But yeah, it is what it is. Let's get going. Let's start off with this man, Areola. He conceded 3 tonight, Mitch. But was he bad? I don't think he was bad, really. He kept us in the game, I thought.
I think if I'm being real, I love Areola and I want him to be our keeper. And I'll say it many times, and I still think he's the future keeper for us at West Ham. However, I think top keepers do save the first goal. I've been honest, tonight dips over him, but I do think top keepers save it. If I'm being honest, I think they read it a bit better. I do think.
Yeah, but who do you blame there though? Because I looked at Ben Johnson there, and Ben Johnson standing with his hands behind his back.
Every single player today just holding off the fucking players, mate. Every single player, giving Southampton players too much space and time. As soon as when we was attacking, they were on us like that all the time, just like
100%,
fucking on us, 2-man at a time on us, couldn't get out. Exactly how City defend as well and peg players in, and they've done that today. But we didn't. We just let them have so much fucking time on the ball, and we did too much for the goal. We'll come on to Ben Johnson anyway, but I thought he was shocking today, Ben Johnson, for the goal. So yeah, he could have done better. Johnson should have closed him down, but I do think Areola could have done slightly better for the goal. But again, he made a couple decent saves, I think. One good one from Redmond.
At 2-1, that was.
Yeah, I don't think it was too bad. I thought his distribution was quite decent, to be fair.
Give us a rating, Mitch.
Facts conceded from him a 6. 6
average. I'm gonna agree. I think the first one, I know you're saying that he should save it, but I think it's a great hit. I think.
I don't think he should save it. I think I don't expect Areola to save that or any keeper. Yeah. But I think the top keepers, I think they do save it. If I'm being honest.
Yeah. The penalty. What can he do? He's got a guess, and in the 90th minute, Broja does excellent work and scores a great goal. So I think 6 is about right for Areola. Moving on to Ben Johnson. This is going to be fun. Now this is where Ben Johnson irritates me, right? And this is where a lot of what's going on at West Ham in a minute isn't right. We've activated a clause in this man's contract for another 2 years. He doesn't want to sign a long-term contract. Right? Is his mind really at West Ham? Really? Now, the first goal, he should be coming out. He should be out faster to that geezer. He stands there. If anything, he's gone have a shot, and geezer has, and he's put it in the top corner. Do you know what I mean? Crossing today, he was getting down that side, crossing balls in, but they was all over the place. I'm gonna give him a 5. That's being kind. What do you reckon, Mitch?
I'll give him a 4. I thought it was really bad today. Probably our worst player, actually, if I'm being honest. I just think constantly, all game, he was very bad. Uh, Maybe not our worst, but one of our worst. Passing
Mm.
was shocking. Did nothing going forward. Defensively wasn't that great either. All the attacks were coming down our left. Just got run ragged, if I'm being honest. Just a bad fullback performance. Nothing I can say from him. Lacked a lot of pace. Just sloppy as well. Poor crosses. Looks a bit lost, especially right at the start. He just looked lost. Didn't know what to do with the ball. Um, got forward into great positions and then done nothing with it. Just lacked that bit of quality, that good touch, that good turn, a bit of pace. Just lacks it.
Mm.
And for me, it was a bad performance from today. And not Johnson's good, but he's nothing special. And can I see him becoming the top right back for us? No, because I just don't see the attributes for him to become a top right back. Is he a decent player? He's a decent player, but again, I don't think so. I think there's major faults in a lot of our right backs, to be honest, at
Yeah,
the
but the
club.
problem
All our
is with it, though,
fullbacks,
Mitch.
really.
The problem is with that is that he's playing as a right wing back. Now, I will use it as an example here. Nelson Semedo, who plays for
Yeah.
Wolves, is a wing back, but he's not a right back or a left back. You see what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
I think in a 4, Johnson can play pretty well. When he does that, I just think he's all over the place.
Yeah.
He's all,
I'm just being hypercritical. I just think I'm just thinking long term here. I
yeah,
don't think Johnson is. I think Johnson's a good player. I think he's good for the squad. Again,
yeah.
he's our best. He's probably just our best right back.
Mm.
Again, I just want to win stuff, and I'm such a big believer in West Ham doing great things in the future, and I see players in the team which are great, and I think Johnson on their level and could get to a level if I'm being honest. Nah, I just think he lacks a lot of pace to be a right back, and I don't know, and his crossing. I know he's only young, but his crossing leaves a lot to be desired. If I'm being honest, he's never put in a good ball. West Ham. And that sounds harsh, but I actually don't think I've ever seen him put a good ball in.
I must admit, mate, I've got to agree. But moving on to this man. I start off with
Sorry,
Issa
just quickly,
Diop.
just once. Sorry, James. I do think, as I said last week, I think Johnson could potentially do well in the centre of midfield as well.
Yeah, wouldn't be a bad shout. We're better than what we've got at the minute. But Issa Diop, though, today, Mitch, I don't think he was too bad, mate. I don't think he was the worst defender out of the 3. I must admit. I will say that. What do you think?
Big shocker here, mate. He's my man of the match, I think, personally.
Wow.
It was between him and Zouma. I just think Zouma was at fault for the third goal, just got skinned too easy. And I think right at the start of the game, he left a massive gap for Armstrong to run through. And I was wondering what he was doing there. But
that's it.
do you remember that?
Yeah, you look at the game as the same as me, mate.
And I thought, what is Zouma doing there? But besides from that, I thought Zuma's game was very good. It was just those 2 bits were bad for me.
Yeah.
But I thought Diop, for me, I thought he was excellent today. I thought he'd done exactly what Zouma done in the game, but he just didn't have those 2 mistakes that Zouma had. So for me, he was my man of the match. And I thought he put in so many tackles, won everything in the air. Never gave the ball away. I think maybe once in the entire game I saw him give the ball away. And I cannot stand Diop. I hate him. But for me, I think it was outstanding today, and I've got to be real. Plus, he was out of position as well, playing as a left-sided centre half who was kind of asked to go forward slightly more. I actually, to be fair to him, I thought he done very well today. I'd give him an 8.
I'm with you, mate, on that. Would I give him an 8? Oh, I don't know. Yeah, I'll tell you what, I will. I think he had a bit of stick, Diop. I don't think he was the worst defender. I know that for certain. I think he was all right. Down that left-hand side, every time I was watching him, he was getting in there, winning tackles. And, yeah, I'm with you on that. Obviously, we get on to other defenders in a minute who are fucking shocking. But, yeah, for the amount of criticism Diop gets, I thought he was decent today, so he gets an 8. Moving on to this man. Fucking hell, this is going to be polarising for me. He could have been an hero tonight, but he ain't. Craig Dawson. Mitch, take it away on this one.
Stuck £4 on him scoring header tonight. Score boost 12-1. Didn't come in, obviously. Very disappointing. But again, I think we've always known Dawson really struggles against direct, fast forwards that get behind. And
Yeah.
he absolutely shit himself today for the second goal, for the penalty. It was just a bit of a mess. And he always has done. And we've been lucky. If you look at the correlation of games where Dawson has good games, it's where we sit back a bit more and try and hit him on a counter, or we play against players that ain't that fast or as direct. And we haven't played anyone like that since, well, for ages, because look at the kind of players, the teams we've played against.
The
We haven't
problem
really
is,
played against
though,
those kind of players.
the problem is, though, Mitch, when you're saying Craig Dawson and top six, it doesn't go together.
Exactly. And look, Dawson has been a fantastic servant for us, considering the price we paid for him, considering the wages, and he's a very good squad player. But that's the key thing. He's a squad player. And there's some games where you play him, some games where you don't. I think some games where you try and take the game to a team, like we did tonight, kind of at the start, and they want to hit us on the counter with players like Armstrong, Shane Long, Brozier when he came on. We do struggle with that. With Dawson, because he just does get caught on his heels quite a lot of times because he is very slow, and when you've got players running him, he does shit himself. He don't know what to do, and unfortunately, that's what happened for the second goal. I think he could have done better for the third goal as well. He headed it straight to Brozier. Wasn't a very good headed clearance. Just passing as well. Passing was very bad, very bad.
But is it before I get your rating? Is it because we played 3 centre halves as a back three? Is this the problem? Because I witnessed it. I'll just say this, Mitch. Yeah, I see this last season at Newcastle away. We played a Bonner, Diop, and Dawson, and they was fucking all over the place. Dawson got sent off, and Issa was all out of position. Bonner didn't know whether to go or stay, and it was similar tonight. It really was.
There were 3 centre backs today on the pitch, which they're all centre backs that are real, proper, old school centre backs. None of them are ball playing. Let's be real.
Yeah,
they're all very 2 at the back centre half partnership players. So when you start putting them in a 3 at the back centre back kind of line, they I've never seen Zouma do that since he's been here. I haven't seen him kind of be out of position like he was for that moment. I haven't seen him be skinned. And don't get me wrong, I think he's done great today. But I think because he was caught out once or twice, Zouma, I think that's because of the fact he's not used to a 5 at the back formation. And the Chelsea fans at the start of the season, when we signed him, were saying Zouma's a great centre back for the back 4. You could look on Twitter, all of Chelsea fans were saying it when they sold him. He's great for a back 4, but he really didn't suit Tuchel's style of play where you play a back 5. Caught out a couple of times, he's not great at ball playing. I thought his ball playing was actually not too bad today, to be fair. But
so,
Dawson,
what would you rate Dawson?
I'll give him a 5. I'll give him a 5.
Oh, fucking hell! I don't know. I don't know whether to rate him a 5 or a 4 here.
I was thinking 5 for the whole time I was talking. Then,
yeah, because
he's done a few tackles and a few headed clearances. That's all I can.
I think he just gets a 5, but like the defensive play of him today, I think they just knew. Like Brozier done exactly what he'd done at the LS against Dawson.
Yeah, exactly.
Pinned him 1-on-1, bullied him, made Dawson commit the challenge, penalty. Exactly the same thing happened there. So 2 5s for me and Mitchell and Craig Dawson. Moving on to this man, Kirk Zouma. I think defensively, tackling, headering, getting stuck in, I think he was great. But what you just said, and the way you look at the game is the way I look at the game. His awareness today was fucking horrendous.
Yeah,
he didn't know where to stand. He didn't know where to look. He was like keeping the player on one side, and basically he just passes it through, and he looks around. There's no one there. I'm gonna make this pretty short and sweet on this one. I'm gonna rate him a 5, mate. I think he was good defensively, but his awareness was. I do, mate. I do. Like, how many times today, Mitch, did he get out of position? And he's the. Don't forget.
If I'm honest, I think once or twice.
But
nothing led to the goals.
But he's centre. He's the centre half of the 3, so he shouldn't be getting out of position, should he? Like,
I agree.
He should be seeing the game. He should be like, if it was Issa getting out of position or Dawson getting out of position, you can understand it because they're not naturally. But he is centre of the three. He should be able to see all the play and the players around him. But he was getting out of position quite a lot, big time. So yeah, I've got to give him that, mate. Really, I can't give him a 6. Well, how can I give him a 6? We've conceded 3 goals today.
Mate, nah. I tell you what, I actually strongly disagree with you this time, mate. I usually agree with you, but fuck, no, I'm gonna give him a 7. I just thought he put in so many tackles today, and I thought like when he was under pressure on the ball, he got us out of pressure. Well, again, his headed clearances were fantastic. I thought when he headed it forward, it always went to our player today, which I thought was really good.
Yeah.
I don't know. Besides for the 3rd goal, which I thought he got skinned for, I thought he was very good. I'm not gonna lie. I know he was caught out a lot, but none of them were led to goals. It was just that one time where he got skinned for the 3rd goal.
No, listen. At the end of the day, he's tackling and he's headering, and what he does, excellent. Can't fault that. But his awareness today and balls through the middle of him, down the side of him. But I think what you said, I think there was one in the first half. I think you said, Mitch, and
Armstrong was running from.
He's showing the geezer down the side, and he just plays the geezer in for a shot.
Yeah, it's really weird. And Rice comes and bails us out. He's very lucky for that.
Yeah, and Rice, and if anything, Issa does a great job there because he actually holds up the defender, so Rice can actually get back. So you've gone a 7, I've gone a 5. It's probably around about if in the middle of it. Someone in the middle is going to say a 6. Do you know what I mean?
I actually do think you're being a bit harsh there, James. I know we're conceding 3, but I get your reasoning.
Like we're conceding 3, and let's be honest, defensive. Like we shouldn't be conceding 3 against Southampton B teams, but like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, true. True, yeah.
Moving on to this man, Pablo Fornals, gets subbed against, and he comes on for Vlasic. Comes off.
So for me,
yeah. What do you make of him on this left hand? Like, I see people on Twitter going, "Oh, it's great. Look at but he's not a left wing back, is he?"
Bad, very bad. I thought the only good thing he done today was when he played in, I think, was it Johnson on the right hand side, right at the start of the game. He put in a really good switch ball, through ball, and I thought that was excellent. Besides from that, bad. Again, when you play wing back, a big thing about playing on the wing and at wing back is that one of the key things you should have is a bit of pace, a bit of power. Fornals doesn't have any of that, and I don't really get the left wing back thing with Fornals. I think the only reason why he's stuck there is because he's got a decent work rate, and that's literally it. And I think you need more attributes than that to play there. And for me, I would be playing Longello.
You talk some fucking sense, boy. I'll give you that. I will give you fucking that. Because I keep seeing it with people, who keep saying, "Oh, yeah, he's our new left wing back." He's not a left wing back, though.
No way. What a load of crap.
It's square pegs, round holes every single time at West Ham. And I agree with you. Yeah. He's only there because of the work rate. Let's be honest. Because he can't. I would
have done in that game. I would have taken him off for the second half because he's just not good enough at the left wing back. This is what I want to ask all the West Ham fans that will listen or maybe hear this who think Fornals is decent left wing back. What do you want Fornals to do in that left wing back role? I don't get it. Do you want him to run down the pitch and put crosses in? He ain't going to be able to do that because he's too slow and his crossing ain't that great. What do you want him to do? Do you want him to defend? He can't really defend because he's too slow and skinny like a little prick. What do you want him to do? Because I don't understand what you want Fornals to do in that left wing back role. What I would have done is second half, I would have brought Fornals off. Yeah, go on.
Good. I'll tell you what they want him to do. Because he sings bubbles to his kids, or his kid, and he's taking photos with the West Ham shirt. That's why he's everyone's favourite son. The problem is he's not a left wing back. Do you know what I mean? I love. Some players, I'm a very non-biased West Ham fan. There's a lot of players I love at the club. I've got a really soft spot for Lanzini at West Ham.
but I'll diss him when he plays. I really like Fornals in terms of his personality. I think he's great. I love his determination, his work rate, and the fact that he's getting his son into West Ham as well. Who's like 2 months old or whatever. I love all that, but like just because you love a player does not mean you cannot criticise them. And again, today just not good enough. I would have hooked him at half time. I would have, truthfully, I would have brought. Because it just wasn't working. It just wasn't working after we could see the goal. Maybe not half time, maybe like the 50th, 60th minute mark. I would have hooked him off. I would have brought Longelo on because I just want to see Longelo get some minutes, just some minutes, because it infuriates me. I just want to see
But
this
let me
boy.
ask you this though, Mitch. Let me ask you this question, right? Would you have rather? It's like, would you have rather question? Would you rather Pablo Fornals next to Declan Rice or Lanzini? Because I thought Lanzini was shit today, and I will get onto him later. Because if someone said to me right now, take Fornals off, no, put Fornals next to Rice, take Lanzini off, and bring on a left wing back, like Longelo or whoever, then we can motor. Because I think Fornals can.
Yeah,
That
I
sort
agree.
of...
Because I think we've never seen Fornals play next to Rice before, and I think that's something we could try out. He's good at passing, Fornals, and if I'm being honest, that's about it. I'm not being rude, but I like Fornals, but you look at his attributes, he's got nothing on the list besides some work rate and decent passing.
Decent pass, yeah.
That's about it, without being rude. And I think if you're going to play him anywhere, he suits. For me, he's got to play central. Fornals, he has to play central. When he goes to left, the only thing he's decent at is playing those overlapping passes with players that make runs from deep, and that's literally it. That's all he's good for on the wing. So yeah, I would have hooked him at half time.
Give me a rating for him, Mitch.
5 for me. I would have hooked him at half time, got Lengolo on, take Dawson off, and then you go to a back four and you can bring on an extra attacker. Because again, just that final pass today, that touch was just so bad. We needed an extra player on to support.
Yeah, I agree. I'm going to agree with you on this one. I think me and you are pretty much in the same boat on this one. It's a straight 5 for me. I think he should have been subbed. Yeah, because I think they was getting down that side, and I think he was knackered. But
yeah, the thing is, he didn't even face much threat, and he still wasn't good. There was no threat really from the right hand side, and he still was shit.
I would have took off Lanzini myself, mate. Like everyone raves about Lanzini.
There were so many players that could have been taken off today.
Do you know what I mean? But 2 5s for Fornals. Moving on to this man, Tomas Soucek. Has 2 great chances in the first half, Mitch. You got to admit.
Oh, he could fuck himself, mate. Honestly. Scores 1 goal Sunday, has a half decent game, and everyone, oh my god, he's back. The King's back.
Mitch. Yeah. The problem is though, Mitch, he scores a goal. Everyone raves about him.
Tap him, by the way.
And then
go on.
Tap him. And today he was nothing again.
Oh yeah, when push comes to shove and you want to take a team down to players, take the team to a team, as I say, he's fucking useless because he just slows our text down. His technical ability is shocking. It stinks. And 2 big chances, as you said. And I went mental. I absolutely went mental 2 times. He had those shots today because I thought one of them he could have laid off to, I think 4 now as it was on the left. And mate, these are big chances. I mean, like
the first 2 in. Listen, I know that you have got. You don't really. I don't say like Soucek, but you just don't rate him to a point as everyone else does. But as a person who hasn't got that sort of mentality, like mindset, I thought them 2 chances, he should be at least getting them on fucking target.
Especially the first one.
100% the first one. The first one's straight to him. I'm thinking
it's a fucking open goal, basically, mate. And this is what I will tell people who lick his bumhole all the time. Is we play Rice in midfield and Soucek. Yeah. I want someone that can complement Soucek. Rice, not Soucek. Fuck it, I'll scrap that. I want someone that can complement Rice. So when I see this bum playing there, who's supposed to be going forward more than Rice will put that away all day of the week. The first one, all day of the week.
Or he would put his foot through it and make sure he hits the target.
I think he scores it all day long.
Yeah, and I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying, but it's levels, mate. He's a good player, Soucek, and Declan Rice is well fucking class. That's the difference. But
Well, I think you're being gracious there to Soucek.
yeah, but what did you make of him getting injured and coming off? I actually thought, and no disrespect to him coming off made us play better because we had more attacking threat.
Yeah, it sounded really bad, but I was saying at the time, I was saying, Soucek, I really don't give a fuck that you just cut your eye open, mate. I cannot wait to see the back of you get off the pitch because he was just shit. Bad passing as well. The only thing I thought he'd done well was his switch balls, which actually weren't too bad. I thought his switch passing was all right, but I mean, fucking besides from that, useless as fucking per. I you know my way I stand, Soucek.
Yeah. But I don't blame you. Listen, I do not blame you on this one because today he's getting done by a fucking small bone or wishbone, whatever his fucking name is.
Small bone. Yeah.
Absolutely run the show in midfield for them. And I'm looking at it and I'm thinking, this is why, and this is the reason why we bidded for Calvin Phillips. Because I know what the way they're going. What they're doing is they're going to have Calvin Phillips as your DM, and Declan Rice will be the player going forward if we don't sell him in the summer. And that's a fact. That's a fact on that.
That small bone, whatever his name is, asked people. I was in the boozer tonight, and the names he was getting called by people. I'm not going to say him because it was about his hair. It was very bad, and but it was picking up pockets left, right, and centre. And Soucek was like, didn't know what to do.
Yeah, I agree, mate. I agree with you. 100%. Give me a rating for Soucek, mate, for his time on the pitch.
Was he worse than Johnson? Oh, I don't know. I think because he played a couple good, decent long balls, I might give him a 5. Yeah, I'll give him a 5. Yeah.
Yeah,
just
I'm with
not
you on
good
that.
enough.
I don't think he's a 4, but I don't think he's a 6. So it's quite a 5 is middle of the road for me. So yeah, easy rating for Soucek. Moving on to this man, Declan Rice saved us.
I'd actually like to go through all the player ratings we've ever done, or that you've ever done. Obviously, not necessarily with me, and look at all the ratings Soucek's ever got, and then that will tell you everything you need to know.
Probably probably not very good reading, but we move. Declan Rice, Mitch, he saved us in that first half. Like when I said about Zouma out of position and Diop held the ball up, Declan Rice. But Declan Rice was trying his hardest tonight. Really was trying his fucking hardest.
He was trying his hardest. He was trying. I mean, a lot of the players just weren't on the same kind of wavelength. I do think though he wasn't at his best again.
Not vintage, but I think he was a trier. You could see he was trying.
He was. 100%. He was very frustrated as well. I could see him put his hands up and that. He's tried to push up. I mean, a couple of times, especially in the first half when we went a goal down, and the players just weren't pushing up with him. I do think we absorbed too much pressure. I mean, we let too much time on the ball for the opposition. I do think that needs to change.
What it is though, Mitch, we allow the pressure onto us. Declan Rice has to be fucking everywhere. And let's be honest,
exactly.
Like
the thing is, Rice is quick and he can get around the pitch. But this thing, we've got a bunch of slow players. If we do press high a bit, which I still think we should do, a lot of them get caught out because they're just a bit too nothing-y. Like Fornals to push up, he gets spun left, right, and centre because he's weak and slow. Same with Lanzini. Soucek is just slow. He's like a little fucking. He's a giraffe, isn't he? I mean, I'm tall, but he's just like a dancing giraffe.
But don't worry though. Like the fan base will turn around and go, yeah, but he covers a lot of distance.
He covers a lot of distance. That needs to be quoted actually in like the West Ham kind of like, it's like I don't know, like Hall of Fame because it is the dumbest thing of all time for any West Ham, for any football fan base to ever come out with.
Mitch, I've got it. The Soucek slogan.
The Soucek slogan, yes. You know what I'm going to do? I'm actually going to see if I can go online and make my own little metal plate, stick it on a wall, just like the Soucek slogan. And it's like,
mate.
Oh, he covers at least 12 kilometres every single game.
Yeah, but Declan Rice though, mate. I thought tonight he tried his hardest. I think he's gutted. I just hope that ain't the last time we see him in a West Ham shirt playing the FA Cup. That's all I say on that. I'll give Deck a 6 for me. I think he was there. He was trying, but it was just some passes he was doing long, like Hollywood passes. He don't have to do it. He could keep it simple, but he's trying.
Yeah, I do. Yeah. I think he started doing some good long passes, and then he started doing more, which weren't necessarily needed.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm thinking 6 or 7 here. I need to. I'm going to give him just a 7. Just
a 7 for Declan Rice for Mitchell. Moving on to this man, the jewel, Manuel Lanzini. And I've got to be honest, when people say they keep calling for Lanzini, fucking this geezer cannot pass a ball sometimes. Like, what is going on? Like, he's passing.
He's very weak as well.
Yeah, but what it is, Mitch, he played one good game. The fan base go, yeah, he's back, he's this, he's that. Today, he got scolded, really. Like,
out-muscled, battled in the midfield.
Do you know what I mean? And when you play Lanzini and Fornals together, in a team, they're both pretty similar players. But Lanzini will work hard, pass a good ball, but he don't score many goals. Fornals does the same thing, he doesn't score many goals. So, like, Lanzini today, right? What, he passed? I don't remember a lot he done, right? And he goes and sits in midfield today with Declan Rice. And I think, if you was picking the team, you'd have Fornals next to fucking Rice, not Lanzini. You know what I mean? I'm giving him a 5. It's a low 5 for me. Like, simple as that. I just think to myself, he plays one good game, one bad one, and it's the same old cliche. And that was Southampton's B side. There's no two ways about it. 5 for me.
I still can't believe we're at the cup. It just hit me again. I'm absolutely fuming. Because I haven't looked on social media all tonight. Besides from before the game. I just thought about it instead. I can't believe we've just fucking thrown it away against the Southampton B team.
Before I get your comment,
ratings.
Mitch, before I get your comments, I'm going to shout this out. He says, Soucek's absolute dog shit, Mitch. Mitch is right. James, I love this channel, fella. Thanks, Ian. I really do appreciate it, mate. Ian Moore. I try. Did you know him?
Well, I don't know. He's a TikTok person who's a massive funny person. It might be named after him. I don't know. Or maybe it's his real name.
But talk to me, though, Mitch, with Lanzini.
Quite quiet, out fault though. Just really struggled to win second balls today. I thought kept it neat and simple at times again, but tried nothing spectacular. Done a couple decent bits of skill, and his passing was okay. Again, some sloppy passes as well though. I'm thinking 6 or 5 here. There's not much else to him really. 6 or 5.
What do you reckon, Mitch?
5. Yeah.
5 for Lanzini. Moving on to this man, Jarrod Bowen. I've got to admit,
not there tonight.
He has a fucking great chance in that first half to go 1-0 up.
He does.
And that is a
couple stodgy games from Bowen recently, just a couple.
But are we sort of? I can't criticise this man really because he's been fucking amazing. He's been like Jesse Lingard last season.
I'm not fuming with him because obviously he's a superb attacker.
But that chance in the first half, though, Mitch, even I think me and you both know, if that's on target, it's a goal, isn't it? To be honest.
Should do better. But again, as I was saying during the game, his finishing still ain't quite there.
Yeah,
ain't quite there. He's got it all to be a superb player, but he still needs to work on that. Just that final shot. I thought his first touch today was really shit. Just looked a bit sluggish. I thought it just looked a bit more sluggish.
I agree with you there because sometimes the ball, Benrahma, for how much people criticise Benrahma put a great ball into him, and his first touch was absolutely horrendous. It bounced off him like it went over.
Yeah, it was bounced off him. he had steel toe caps on today, Bowen. It seemed like I don't know what was going on with him, to be honest. Yeah, just not sharp. Did look that quick.
Yeah.
Wasn't dropping deep for the ball. He was making runs, but again, just there were nothing runs. Yeah, just not quite good enough from Bowen today. Overall, probably again another 5 or 6. I'm trying to think.
I will give you my rating
Go
before
on.
you give me yours. I will give him a high 6, and this is the only reason why I'm going to give him a high 6 is because he put in some great corners. One
He
where we
did.
scored from,
He did.
one
You're
for
bang on.
Dawson.
You're bang
So
on.
that's the reason why he gets a nice 6 from me.
Well said. Well said. There's not normally much I forget about West Ham games, but well done. Yeah, I'll give him a high 6 as well then.
Yeah, I think it's a fair rating for him. He weren't vintage tonight, but again he's a trier, but there was just nothing there tonight. But the chance,
Yeah.
that chance is a killer, because I think if we score that, I think
Yeah.
we win the game. Do you know what I mean?
I agree.
Moving on to a final rating for the 11 players on the pitch from the starting position, and that's Michail Antonio. Now, I'm going to go first on this one. People love to comment when I criticise and praise Michail Antonio, and the person who knows who they are will be in the comments tonight at some point, digging me out. So I'm going to say this, that I think he was good in spells tonight, Mickey. I think first 30 minutes, he was a menace. He was good. He scored the goal, but it's a tap in. Let's be honest. Let's not get giddy. If he don't score that, he don't deserve to be playing any type of whatever.
Yeah,
exactly. But the problem with me with Michail Antonio is his touch. His touch is all over the place. He gets a bit clumsy, and to me, we're relying heavily on this man so much. What do you reckon?
I do feel like I've always thought I think Antonio's got something wrong up there in terms of not necessarily like mental health issues. I just think sometimes I don't know if his head is really in the game, if he really wants it for the team, and sometimes he wants it for himself. And I've always thought that. And I think look, Antonio's been a fantastic servant, so I'm not going to criticise him too much. But there's some things where I think you could have passed it there, and he knows he could have done. He's not the type of person to panic. He just doesn't think sometimes. He just doesn't think, and he just does it. His passing was very bad tonight, I thought.
I'll tell you the best way of summing it up, Mitch. Look at Broja, and then look at Antonio.
Well, you've got sharpness with Broja. He just looks sharp. He takes a touch, which is clean. He knocks it round players. He's got real directness. Even though Antonio's quick, he's not like sharp and like, because when he gets to the ball, his arms are like that, and he does that weird shit.
It's not so much his like sharpness to me; it's his ball control. His ball control
that's part of the sharpness, like having a good first touch, having a good pass, having his first pass to be good. It's just always like sloppy from Antonio. 1 minute he might do something really good, the next minute he's going to be really shit, smash it over the bar.
100%. Yeah. I should agree with you, mate. Honestly,
he's such a weird player. I mean, Broja tonight. I mean, fuck me, made me orgasm. And even as from a West Ham fan, I think he's such a super.
And do you know what? I just want to interrupt you there, Mitch. Yeah, and this comment here, is absolutely brilliant. But remember, there was no one out there better than him in January, and that is what he's trying to say is, which I'll make Adam 100% right. Is Moyes couldn't find anyone better than Michail Antonio, but Broja is that man. I'm going to give Mickey a 6. He gets a 6 for me. He scored a goal to get us back in the game. He works hard. His touch is horrendous. I'm sorry. He crossed in a few good balls, but the problem is with Michail Antonio is you just don't know what you're going to get with him. He could turn into an absolute well beater, or he could be a player that you see over a Sunday league who's just had 10 points. Do you know what I mean? The night before. So you just don't know. So yeah, it's a 6 for me. Bless you, Mitch. And what's your rating for Antonio, mate?
6. Agree with exactly what you just said. Bang on with everything. Nothing more to say. Bang on.
Right, moving on to the subs. I'm going to start off with this man, Saeed Scapegoat Benrahma. I'll go first on this one when Mitch sorts himself out. He come on. Was he effective? Yes and no. His passing was a bit all over the place sometimes. He did put in a good few passes into Bowen and other players, but there was a time in the game where Bowen had beat a player on the right hand side, got into the box, and Benrahma is waiting at the edge of the box to like literally saying, "Give me the ball, I can have a chance." And he goes near post. Benrahma will probably get scapegoated tonight, but I just laugh at these people who scapegoat him. You know what I mean? Don't come at Benrahma. Look at David Moyes. Yeah,
and not just David Moyes, but all the players. No one done well tonight. So in midfield to attack.
Yeah, but look at David Moyes tonight. Don't look at Benrahma, because Vlasic was no better tonight, in my opinion. And for me, I'm going to give him a 5 because he didn't do a lot. It's as simple as that. And I'm going to be as real as I can be. I can't give him a 4 because he weren't awful. I can't give him a 6 because he weren't great. So I'm going to give him a 5, and that's me being as realistic and real as I can be. But I just think this is all on Moyes tonight. This is not on Benrahma, Vlasic, or any of the players. Moyes is just a fucking idiot, if I speak the truth. But yeah, it's a 5 for me, Benny. What would you go with, Mitch?
I think with how the rating systems work, usually you give subs a lower rating because of how much they do in that time. And usually that's always how it's worked. So I get A saying with 5. For me, I would give him a 4, if I'm being honest. I think he was bad, if I'm being honest. I love Benrahma. I'd start him every game. I really think he's got great talent. However, I do think he was really sloppy when he came on. I thought every pass he done was always wayward. His touched the ball, did lose the ball quite a lot. Yeah, I thought it was pretty shit, if I'm being honest with you. 4 for me.
Yeah, but do you blame him there, though, Mitch? The way he's being treated? I understand what you're saying.
I do, in some sense. I think, I think the treatment he gets is wrong. However, when you do play and you do get your chances, you've got to be very positive, and take them. Because I think that's what you need as an attitude for a professional footballer.
What he needs
it doesn't always go your way, and when it doesn't, if it's not in your control, you've just got to do your best for the team.
Yeah, but the thing is, I understand that, but he'll be one who gets criticised, because that's how it is. So you say a 4, I say a 5. Before I move on to Vlasic, I just want to say this comment from Jordan, because this is the man that I saw on Twitter, and this is what I said earlier in the show. And Jordan said it's all on Moyes. Southampton are shit and had a better bench than us. And Jordan put a tweet up that I saw, and that's why I said it on this channel. We're in 2 competitions, and Southampton have got a better bench than us. It just says it all. I understand what people are saying about he put the ball over the bar, Benrahma, but at least he had a shot. I don't remember Lanzini doing a lot. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, come on, that's a difficult shot. I mean, he probably should have done a little bit better, but can't blame him too much for that. Who else would have got that on target or scored that? I mean, fuck me.
Probably Declan, but other than that, I know Antonio wouldn't have done that. That was Antonio. That would have been in the ocean.
Moving on.
Moving on to Vlasic. I'm going to make this pretty short and sweet for me. He gets a 5. Standard performance from Vlasic. Works hard, good touch, but nothing else. I don't see any.
Does nothing to the attacks. Contributes nothing going forward. Keeps it all very simple, which is all right if you want to build up attack slowly. However, we don't do that.
Yeah. But don't worry though, Mitch. People keep saying we've got to give him time. This is a 33.
It's not about giving him time. For me, it's about if he's. I think he might be an okay squad player.
Well, it is, Mitch.
Or maybe try him as a false 9. He's never been played as a false 9 for us. I think maybe deserves a chance at false 9.
Yeah, but this is a Champions League footballer, right? Champions League, remember? He come from CSKA in Moscow playing in the Champions League, and he has done fuck all this season. Yeah, and I will say that quite openly. Yeah, and Lanzini has been getting ahead of him. Now that to me says it all. That just says enough for me.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? When Manuel Lanzini's getting in front of you, bruv, come on, you've got to be fucking looking and going, I've got to perform a bit better than what I'm doing because Manuel Lanzini's getting a bit ahead of me here.
Yeah.
Um,
It keeps it all too simple, and it gives it to other players to take the risks, like the
100%.
Lanzinis, the
Like the Benrahmas.
Benrahmas, exactly.
And then when
Even though
Benrahma gets...
Benrahma wasn't great tonight, at least he tried things. Unlike Vlasic, he keeps it very simple, and he's quite a boring footballer, to be honest. Without sounding rude, I think he's pretty boring to watch. And look, I think we've got very similar players at the club to Vlasic. I think Fornals, and they all do the same kind of job. If we could, if I'm being brutally honest, I'd flog him in the summer. If you get 20 million for him, I'd get 20 mil for him, and bring in a real proper winger that can play on either side and has got a lot of pace, because he lacks a lot of pace. Someone that could be very direct, because we just lack it.
100%.
Someone that can really scare players, because I don't think we've got anyone that's got that, that bit of panache, a bit of spice. You know what I mean? Yeah. Well, like as I say every time, Zaha, Rafinha, St. Maximin, these kind of maestros.
Yeah, that's the word you want.
I'd like one of them.
Yeah. Give me a rating for him, Mitch.
5. Plain Jane.
5 it is for Vlasic. Now, moving on. There was no more subs, from what I remember. So we will go to this man. And this is going to be fun. This fucking ref and this VAR pissed me off. 100%. But was it a penalty, Mitch, in your opinion?
I actually saying it's 50-50 for me. I think I was just trying to think, if it was against West Ham, I would want it to be a pen. So I was just kind of thinking both sides of it.
But was it enough? Was it enough to bring him down though?
It wasn't, but it's contact, and in the rules of the game, I do think it's a penalty. He's looking for it, and he's really looking for it. Don't get me wrong, but he's done well he's bought the foul, and he's got it. He's gone into Dawson's.
He's done the exact same thing, mate, than what he done at the fucking LS
and
back
who
in
was
December.
it that done that? It was Dawson as well, wasn't it?
Dawson against Broja.
Yeah, Dawson done it at the LS, didn't he? Yeah.
Against Broja.
And again, that's what I was sort of saying, mate. Like, Dawson does struggle with very direct players. He's always has done. Yeah, I do think it's a pen, if I'm being honest. Just. Because I say, if it goes against us, then
I think it's more clumsy. I think it's more clumsy from us rather than them. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And the thing is, even if it wasn't, like, he deserves to score the goal because he's made that goal himself, and Dawson's bullied like a little bitch.
Right. Let me ask you this then, Mitch. I'm going to fire some things at you. Soucek. He gets elbowed in the face, but there's no action. He's got in his face. He's completely fucked up.
Yeah.
How is that not
wasn't intentional.
a red?
I don't think it's a red, for me, honest.
But if this is the thing that
maybe yellow.
Yeah, but this is what I can't understand with VAR, because I'll say this as an example. Now, if someone goes sliding for a tackle and fouls someone and hurts someone, like breaks their leg or something, they are automatically sent off. Yeah. Now, they don't intentionally go out to break someone's leg.
No, but it's the force they're using, and and it's the fact that they can't go into tackles that much with that amount of force, because if you do, and you do miss the ball, you can break someone's leg or ankle or whatever. In that instance, it wasn't like it was completely accidental, and it wasn't like he proper got his elbow in that. He was just kind of trying to move out of the way. To be fair, I don't know how he cut his eye open from that, if I'm being honest. I mean, I get, obviously it's his elbow, but
it's the force of it, isn't it? So, so you're saying no sending off for that?
I think it's yellow, if I'm being honest. If it's just the other, if I'm being honest. If our players got sent off for that, I would be fuming. Because it's similar to what happened with Soucek and Mitrovic.
100%. But what would you rate the ref?
And we were fuming about that being a red card.
True, very true. What would you rate the ref tonight, then, Mitch? Give me a rating for him, for his performance.
I think it could have been a handball and a build up to the penalty as well.
Yeah.
Apart from those big incidents, I think the game was just I thought it wasn't too bad. I think probably for me, because I think the decisions that were called were kind of right in terms of the penalty, and the fact that the player wasn't sent off, which I think was right. However, I do think it should have been a foul and at least a yellow card.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go 5.
I am going to go a 5 with you. Exactly what I was thinking. I was thinking 6 is too high, and I think a 4's. I think he wasn't that bad. It's just them decisions. So yeah, I agree. A 5 is about right for the ref. And the final rating is this man, David the Messiah Moyes. I'm sorry, but this man's not the fucking Messiah. I don't care what anyone says. I think he picked the team. He picked his strongest team possible. Yeah, that he likes. Let's have it right. But the only issue that I had at the start of the game, and I even put it on my Twitter, I said 3 centre
Three
halves at the
centre
back.
backs. And he's gonna say it, yeah.
Yeah, is the major fucking problem there, because you've got 3 centre halves that are all running into different positions and they don't know their jobs naturally as a back 3. And we conceded 3 at Newcastle last season. Doing that, Dawson got sent off, which I remember clear as day, and we conceded 3 today. Doing the same thing again. I think the last 10 minutes of the game, we are chasing a goal. He has 3 substitutions that he can make. He's got wingers, he's got strikers, he's got people, youngsters on the bench, but he does absolutely fuck all because he's one stubborn bastard. And this is the reason why we won't win anything under this manager. And I'll be stunned if we do, because he's stubborn. And we've got Sonny Perkins, Oko Flex, Longelo, Ashby.
I don't know about Perkins. However, I do think I spoke about it, didn't I, in January, that he doesn't give youngsters an opportunity enough for me. He really doesn't.
100%, mate. 100%.
So many names speak about Love. Oko Flex, why is he not been given a chance?
I said that on my afterthought, funny enough, right? And I mentioned you in my afterthought saying that Mitchell has said this for a long time. He just does not play the youngsters. Like,
yeah, no faith in him whatsoever.
And you know what, Mitch? One thing about Pellegrini that people keep forgetting, at the very least, he give Declan Rice. He sort of let Declan Rice play, so to speak. Like, do you know what I mean? He didn't hold him back, and like, do you know what I mean? He said, "Right, go on, I want you to be my man." We don't know at the minute at this club. Well, before I let you say about Moyes, we've got a right back in Ben Johnson who doesn't really want to be here. Right, he's got a 2-year extension, but he keeps rejecting contract after contract. We've got players who are not good enough, and we've also got other players who won't sign deals to stay here long term. So for me, Moyes has done this himself, and this all goes back to the January window and everything. Do you know what I mean? But let's talk. Let me get your opinion on tonight from Moyes.
Again, I think I've done substitutions earlier because it was looking pretty hopeless in terms of the way we wanted to play. Back 3, it was kind of, it wasn't working defensively. I actually thought the whole system was working for us going forward because we were getting to good positions. I thought it was just individual mistakes and lack of quality in the final third that was the reason why we didn't score enough goals today. But I thought defensively it let us down because the players were just in a bit of a mess. Dawson, Zouma was out of position a lot. Johnson was just shit. And Diop was the only really good player. I actually thought the only good, I'm talking like one player I can actually praise tonight. The rest were either like half decent or bad. And that's down to Moyes. I think, I don't think the system was right. I would not have played Fornals at wing back again. I know we've got the result at Wolves, but again, was he great against Wolves, Fornals? No, he wasn't. It was all right in the second half. The first half, he wasn't great. He lacks so much pace going forward to play in that position. Again, and I say it so many times, week after week after week. I would have given Longelo a chance early in the season to see if he could make it, and he hasn't done that. And he's a good left back, Longelo. I truly believe he's a good left back.
Let me ask you this question, Mitch. Right, it's the 88th minute, yeah, or the 90th minute. Let's say we've just missed that chance from Dawson, right, which is a great save. He's got 7
Yeah.
minutes come up on the board, and he sits there and he still has 3 centre halves on the pitch. How does
Disgraceful.
that? And the problem is, I know they scored a goal to sort of end it, but it's even more embarrassing that they score a goal and we've got 3 fucking centre halves on the pitch. We
We were
still can't
outrunning
defend.
midfield today, so we could have
Yeah,
easily done with an extra man in midfield. Take off Dawson and brought on. Well, I would have maybe kept on Fornals, bring off Dawson, put Fornals in the middle, and then put Benrahma on the left. And then you have an extra man in midfield to pass it forward, keep it simple, keep it, one touch passing. But again, like, it was just so hard for them to do it. Lanzini needed help because he was getting run over the place as well. So if he had an extra man in midfield there, it would have made it easier for him. Yeah, he just, I don't
the
know.
problem is, Mitch,
Moyes'
what's
interview has just
Crowell?
come up on my thing now, on my interview, on my
Yeah,
notification. So I'd like to see that after.
yeah.
It's his
But
bollocks excuse.
what's Crowell got to do to get on the pitch?
Uh, Rip up his contract because he's never going to play for us. In all
No.
fairness, does he deserve to?
But has he
Probably
done
not.
has he done anything though, Mitch, to not play?
Yeah,
Like
his Kidderminster performance was disgusting.
yeah, I know, but listen, if we can go and knock other players, then fucking hell. Like this geezer's played what 4 times for West Ham, 4 or 5
Okay,
times.
he's probably deserved a lot more time than what he's been
Yeah,
given. That's granted, but he, I don't know, mate. It's Moyes. At the end of the day, I would have played Crowell a bit more at the start of the season,
100%, 100%.
and
But
given
it's
him some
just,
more time at the start.
but it's square pegs round
To
holes, though,
potentially
mate.
grow.
Again, isn't it?
Yeah, I get obviously the Kidderminster game, and that was really bad, which is why I'm probably on the side of just getting rid of Crowell now, to be honest.
Mm.
But when you look at it on paper, mate, we have got to have some massive, massive transfer window. We've got to have a massive one because
We need 8
Crowell's
players,
going.
Mitch. Mitch, we need 8 players. I've worked it
Well,
out. Yeah,
obviously his loan finishes, so we have to sign a goalkeeper, whether we sign him or not, or Johnston.
yeah.
That's it. That's it. Yeah. So we need to sign a goalkeeper. We need
The
someone to
goal.
replace that kind of crowd position of maybe on the bench to play
That's
midfield,
2.
but for me, it has to be a starting midfielder because Soucek's a
Yeah,
wank player.
yeah. A left back.
Sounds crazy. Maybe even a right back at this point.
Yeah,
Oh, I
but
can't be even thinking about that. Even though
yeah,
we've got
but
3 right backs, but is
right.
any of them fantastic? I
Well,
don't think so.
well, you need a left back. You need a left back, a
Left
right back,
back, centre back, left winger, striker, goalkeeper.
goalkeeper, central midfielder.
And that's not even squad depth because we need if we want to be Europa League next season as well, we need like more than that. We need more
I
than that.
know, mate. I know. I'm with you
And we're
on
not
this.
going to get
Yeah,
that.
nah. Because what it is, the Messiah is a fucking stubborn bastard, right? And he tries to cut corners. And when you cut corners in life, it does not work.
Yeah.
And that is my opinion on it.
You don't see things sometimes right. I think he likes to stick to his game plan that he sets up before the game and he talks to the players and says, this is what we're going to do. We're going to stick to this and we're going to hopefully win the game. Would you have kept Coventry in the January transfer window, or would you put him out on loan? It's up. This is 50-50 one for me. What would you have done?
I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll answer that after we've done the rating. Give me a rating from Moyes tonight, Mitch.
5.
Cool, you're being kind, bruv. I'm going to give him.
I think because a lot of the problems today was the individual players going forward. I think we missed out on a lot of chances.
I'm going to have to give him a 3. I'm going to have to give him a 3. He picks his starting lineup, and I'll tell you the reason why quickly. Right, I've got to give him a 3 because it's 10 minutes to go, and we've still got 3 centre halves on the pitch.
It's funny because I don't blame you, even though we've got 2 points difference. I don't really blame you because I get where you're coming from. But yeah, sorry, James, keep going.
It's like you're chasing the game. We're trying to get back in the game, and we've got 3 centre halves on the fucking pitch. Yeah, it's a 3 for me.
Oh shit!
Moyes has gone through his camera, but why he sorts his camera out, and that's the reason.
Sorry, Soucek is just it's just behind me. Fuck me, he was just behind me then. He wasn't happy about what his rating was, so he just kicked the fucking phone down. The guy's Soucek.
100%. But listen, it's a 5 from Mitchell. It's a 3 from me. and let's talk about Connor Coventry and get our final thought. For me, Mitch, Connor Coventry shouldn't have even gone out on loan last season, like because it makes no sense with Krell, does it? Let's be honest. When we signed Krell in the summer, right? Connor Coventry shipped out to fucking wherever he went, done nothing, and then he's gone to MK Dons and actually done all right. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The problem is with Moyes, is he, as you keep telling me, and you are right, and I don't care what anyone say, Mitchell is a fucking realistic fan who talks sense, not bollocks, is that he doesn't invest in the youth. And it's proven it right now. Like tonight, for instance, we've got 10 minutes to go in the game, 8 minutes to go, 7 minutes added time. He brings no one on to even give him a chance to try and save us.
And what about Ashby now? Johnson's had 2 bad games in a row. Before that, Southampton was awful all season. Fredericks ain't good enough. So
100%.
do we give Ashby a chance now? For me, yeah. Why not?
Do you know what?
Deep end.
Ashby,
I'm not giving a fuck about dropping players in the deep end. The top players, if top players ain't good enough, they won't play well. If there's good players in the academy which are good enough, they will go into the Prem. You give them 4 games and they'll play good. You don't just give them 1 game and go gauge it off that. You give them a few games, see if they're good enough. If not, put them on the bench again. Let them develop. Maybe 1 or 2 more years. See if they develop. If not, then fuck them off to the lower divisions. Give them a chance.
100%. Before we carry on, I just want to say, everyone, please do smash a like on the video. It does go a long way. It helps me out. So please go over and smash a like on the video. For me, I agree with Ashby, because every time I've seen Ashby play this season, it's a few games he's played, I think he's looked fucking like a breath of fresh air. And the problem we have, Mitch, and this is a major problem with Ben Johnson at the minute, is we've got a player that isn't wanting to sign a long-term deal, and he's really being forced to stay at West Ham due to his current deal. Can you see what I'm getting at? So we've got a bit of a problem here with a player who's not really happy, really.
Well, I still think he should be putting in good performances. I don't think it's an excuse. Because Dawson's, he works with different players. Dawson signed a new contract. Do you think he'd play on the top of the world then? But he didn't. It was really bad after he signed his new contract.
Yeah.
So I don't know about that. I don't think contracts are what it's about, unless a player was about to be sold, for example, and he wasn't sold. He wanted to move, like Kane, for example. But it's not that big of a deal. I think he will still get his contract. But he's still trying. He's still trying, Johnson.
Where do we go from? Where do we go from here now, Mitch? Because obviously, me and you are sitting here, right? It hasn't really sunk in with me, really. Not until I get off this stream.
Yeah,
sit down.
We've bottled the fucking cup, the 2 cups.
Yeah,
as I was saying earlier, I sat there for like a minute and I thought, you've actually just thrown it away to a Southampton B team. It's a joke. It's a disgrace.
And the way you say that is bang on. Like, listen, that's why I love doing these player ratings with you, mate. Yeah, it's Southampton's B team. But everyone will be going around criticising our players. But the Messiah, the fucking Messiah, don't worry about Moyes. He's done great things at West Ham. I'm sorry, Moyes is a stubborn bastard. And I'm going to say about Moyes right now, what Moyes is doing is he's trying to cut corners with players. He's trying to, I don't know what he's trying to do, really. Because the January window was perfect. Go out, get a centre half, go and get a striker. Right? If
there was options. The options were on there for everyone to see. There was options.
Right? But we go and do our business on day 31, like at 2:00 in the afternoon. It's not exactly fucking proactive from him either. Do you know what I mean? And listen, people keep saying this famous line, Mitch, and you know what I'm going to say right now. They keep coming out with, don't worry, we're 6th in the league, we're still in the Europa League, and that line will keep coming out now. You know what I mean? And then if we get knocked out the Europa League, well, it don't matter. At least we won't fight in relegation. How about this fucking fan base wake up and start realising we are in a 65,000-seater stadium, right, with the best fans on the planet, and we deserve fucking success as fans. Do you know what I mean? Because they took us from Upton Park, put us in Stratford, and sold us all this cock and ball bollocks. How about giving us something back? Because all you're giving us back is what?
Charge us £7 for a pint, £9 for a burger.
Fucking hell, mate. I'd rather fucking go up Dixie Chicken.
So would I. If it was Dixie Chicken near Stratford, I'd fucking go there.
I'll do an Uber Eats, mate. Do you know what I mean? 100%. Mitch, before we wrap it up, mate, Liverpool, it gets better. We've got Liverpool Saturday at 5:30. What happens now, Mitch, going forward?
Well, the only competition we're in now is Europa League. Obviously, I know the Premier League. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about an actual trophy.
Yeah.
So we have to go all out for that. So because of that, I would change the team significantly against Liverpool. I would. I don't know what team I'm playing against Liverpool, but I'd play back four. I'd maybe back five and play Longello, but obviously Moyes wouldn't do that. But I think Vlasic, if I wouldn't start Antonio, I think Tony needs a rest. I would play Vlasic up top as a false nine, see how he gets on. I think he will struggle, but fuck it, why not? The cunt. And mix it up a bit. Maybe play a free midfield, see how that gets on. Like play Rice, Fornals, Lanzini in a free, and then play like Benrahma, Vlasic, because I think Antonio needs a rest. I'd like to see Longello, but that's never going to happen. Maybe keep Cresswell fit for the Sevilla game. Rest a few of them.
I think I agree.
I think we'll lose. I think we'll lose 100% Anfield. I reckon like 3-0.
Yeah, I agree with you there. I think we get rolled quite comfortably. For me, and this might be polarising, but I look at it on Saturday as a free hit. So just play your second string team. So
exactly.
play Crowell. Yeah, Crowell hasn't played a fucking game at West Ham. Just play him. Yeah, if you're going to use him for this game. It's a free hit. Yeah. I would play Diop in there. I'll keep Zouma away from it. Just keep him fit and ready to go for that.
Yeah.
The problem is if we've got to play Dawson or Diop because we ain't got no one else. Goes back to the window.
Ashby, give him a go.
I'd give him a go.
I don't know when he's back from fitness. I think he might be back now.
If Noble's fit, fucking get him in there.
No.
I would, Mitch, because at the end of the day, Liverpool won't define our season. Liverpool away is not going to change our season. But Seville
I think there's
away,
better options in there. I'd rather see someone like Dan Chester's in there or something, or maybe
Fornals.
Yeah.
Or Ekwa, who's in the youth, ex-Chelsea player.
Yes, the little midfielder. Yeah, he's very good. I like looking.
Do you know what I mean? So yeah, it will remain to be seen. But it's just gutting. And I feel like I'm with you on this one. I'm fucking gutted deep down. I really am. Anyway, we'll wrap it up there. Mitchell, I want to thank you for coming on tonight, mate. I really do appreciate you coming on. I must admit, you do think like me. We have a good bit of banter on this channel, I must admit. And one thing about this channel, we're fucking real. When we don't try and just criticise players for the sake of criticising them.
We synergise.
100% agree with you, mate. I want to thank everyone in the chat also for their comments. Loads of comments tonight. Agreeing, disagreeing. That's what it's all about on this channel. And please go over and smash a like on the video. It goes a long way. And yeah, please do subscribe to the channel also if you're new around here. My final thought on all this is that Moyes is not the Messiah. He's a man who should be lucky that he's managing West Ham United. He's done well in what he's got, but his stubbornness is stopping us from progressing to up. And we can all go back to last season, but last season was in a global pandemic. We had no fans, and you can't judge us on one season with no fans in the worst pandemic in history, probably. Do you know what I'm saying? So judge us now, and where we are now, we're doing well, but we should be doing a hell of a lot better. We should have options,
and that is the key, James. We're doing well, but we should do a lot better. That is 100%. So key. That is the quote. That is the quote that should be used. That is bang on.
100%. We should be doing a lot better. We should be like when you look at the top six, Tottenham. I've got a manager that doesn't want to be there. Manchester United.
Exactly. They're in disarray. The clubs around us are in disarray. Yeah. Wolves they've lost 2 games in a row now. They look great, and then all of a sudden they're doing rough. Man United have been hot and cold all season. Spurs, we laughed at them at the start of the season, and now they're higher than us. I mean, Arsenal, same thing. Exact same thing. Was laughing them at the start of the season, and they've snuck up.
And it all goes back to the Messiah, Moyes, fucking January window. And that is my final thought. And if this season does end up disintegrating into a flop, don't look at players. Don't look at Saeed Benrahma. Don't look at Michail Antonio. Don't look at fucking Kirk Zouma kicking a cat. Look at David Moyes for not signing no players. Because he could have, because Coletta Carr could have been a massive, massive impact on this team. That is a fact.
Oh, all day long.
Do you know what I mean? Anyway, I'm going to leave it at that. Thanks everyone for watching. Take care. Don't worry though, everyone. Liverpool next. So
we're gonna get fucked by them bin dippers.
Yes, I know, mate. I know. Anyway, take care of yourself. Enjoy the rest of your week, and I'll see you at the weekend. Bye for now.